All right, everybody. So today is not a good day, okay, sadly. I woke up after a 20-hour hibernation, okay, where I slept the whole day of fucking Tuesday, basically, and Wednesday. And I woke up to this message here from DE Bear. Now, before I read this, I want you to understand that I've never actually spoken with DE Bear. Okay, this was not directed to me anyway. This was actually on the forums. Okay, and I saw this from one of my clan members who posted it on our Discord server, and I could not believe the message that I was reading. It was something that was unbelievable to me that I didn't think I would ever be reading. Hey Tenno. Okay, one, if you have ever used Tinder, okay, you never want to be like, hey, and then their name, okay? And then open up with your message, okay? Hey is like more of like a casual, it's not really like a good thing. Anyway, moving on. Peacemaker is already a strong ability, and the use of Arcane Velocity simply turned that up to 11.
Yeah, no shit.
Alright. While this change was not intended,
Meaning it was a bug.
for the change. After some internal back and forth, we have made the decision to keep this change.
What?
We feel that the two combined, meaning Peacemaker and Arcane Velocity, makes the already top tier Peacemaker over the top. It still works with Peacemaker. Peacemaker simply cannot trigger it. We will be editing the patch notes to reflect this. Okay, let's pinpoint what's wrong here. Okay. One, this was a bug. They said, we'll leave it in. Okay. It still works with Peacemaker. Peacemaker just can't trigger it. And the case is, I believe this also affects several other exalted weapons as well. Okay, that means that like Valkyr can't proc like the melee damage crits and strikes and all that either. Titania can't proc velocity supposedly. But mainly like all the Mesa Prime users who bought into their Mesa Prime access and then looked up builds and were like, yeah, velocities and stuff, and they went out and go bought sets. All those people, they now can't do this unless they take the time out of Peacemaker, which, let's be real, it's Mesa, you're barely going to do this, and shoot one guy and crit with your crit weapon, which you potentially could do with like a kick gun or something like that with super high crit chance. It just, it makes it a little bit more interactive, which I can understand in the internal feedback, but why? If Mesa can still use it, just take it out completely. It's just a bug. So I'm going to go ahead and show you guys real quick what I'm talking about. So I went ahead and threw up a heavy gunner, one heavy gunner, level 160. Okay? This isn't to show you how fast I can kill it, by the way. This is just so we can see the top right corner. Okay. This is still pretty fast, right? That was still pretty fast. But here's the issue, okay? We go back to our arsenal. I have 2 Arcane Velocities on. Okay? They should both be proccing. 60% chance on critical hit, plus 80% fire rate for 6 seconds. Both of those should have been proccing for 160% fire rate. Okay, I crit I don't know how many times there, but if you looked in the top right corner, they didn't proc once. Okay, but let's go ahead and show you something real fast. I'm not even going to be using a crit weapon for Haiku or whatever. You can already see how fast I'm attacking. And then it runs out. Okay. I was like an A10 Warthog. There was like barely any noticeable difference, except I was shooting so fast you probably weren't getting the audio animation. Maybe newer players would think it was stupid, but for endgame players, like this is something that was huge. Okay, you saw how fast it was attacking initially, and then it wound it up. I was going hard 10. I looked like I was like a wildfire freaking Grakata. Okay, I was shooting so fast, dude. I looked like an A10 Warthog, dude. But here's the issue, is that it only lasts for 6 seconds, meaning that every 6 seconds, I'm going to have to swap out a Peacemaker. Okay, that is big, okay? I personally think that this update is not... It wasn't even an update, it was a bug. DE Bear literally stated in his message, it was not intended. If it wasn't intended, take it out. And then they talk back and forth. They're like, yeah, we'll keep it. They didn't say for how long. It'll be done when it's done. The game is still, I believe, in beta. It's not full release. They'll update, they'll make changes. Maybe this is just to collect data and player feedback. I don't know. My feedback is, change it back. There's a reason why Arcanes are like, they drop off Ilons, like some top tier end of game content. So by that point, you feel like you're like no new player. If anything, you should just make it so that players can't actually even get Arcanes and can't buy them right away until they maybe they do their own Hydra list or something like that, or do a quest where they defeat their own. Okay, that's a good way to do it. So like if I'm a newer player coming in, I can't actually buy Arcanes. You know, that would make sense to me. So the players who are doing this content should be locked behind actually doing the content. And then they could be rewarded with having this endgame gear. Okay? But, of course, damage scaling and stuff, you know, is going to be complicated. I can understand from, like, their standpoint that it isn't really something that they want to maybe have everybody have access to. But, like, it's the min-maxers who are doing this, okay? And you kind of hurt your endgame player base a little bit, or just change velocity how it works. It probably isn't even velocity, to be honest. Let's be real. Okay, they specifically mentioned velocity. I haven't actually tested this yet. We'll test together. Pistols precision on headshot. They can't do that one. Let's see, crit. Arcane Fury on critical hits, melee damage. Let's see if this even procs. It'll say Fury if we get hit. Okay. It's not actually going to do any extra damage, but I just want to see if it procs. Alright, let's see if we're out of Pacemaker. Hold on, I think I'm just dumb. Hold on. That didn't work. What does this Arcane say? I already forget. I'm dumb. I think it was on critical hit for melee. Arcane Fury. On critical hit, melee damage for weapons. Okay, so I crit a bunch of times there, it didn't proc, right? We'll do it one more time. I killed the guy. But yeah, so like if I can't even proc like Fury just by default, can't do that. There's Fury already. Just procced. All the other ones proc too. That's crazy. That's upsetting, you know? Like, I don't know if this is considered a rant. I'm reviewing this message once again. Change it back and make it maybe harder to get, you know? That's basically it. You're putting raids back in the game, but what's the point of raids if everybody's playing your exalted frames and they can't actually use the arcanes? So, yeah. Anyway, thank you guys for watching the video. My name's Nickstarship. Hopefully you enjoyed it. Leave a comment, like, subscribe, all that jazz, and I'll see you guys in the next video.